Hello. Hey, welcome back. I help people connect with their divine nature, with their divine truth through the animals. And I find that this is most easily done on a wildlife trip, such as a safari. And so I take people on wildlife trips and safaris. If you think that going on a trip like that is outside of your capability, I really encourage you to check out my free manifesting videos and how to manifest class at bit.ly/free how to manifest. Today's question is, are African safaris expensive? And the truth of the matter is, a safari can be as expensive or as inexpensive as you want it to be. I recently did a cost comparison, and the safaris that I go on and take people with me, it's less than the cost of going to Hawaii or Disneyland. By the time you add up all the extra charges for activities when you go to these places, you have to pay for a lot of stuff. And paying for food in Disneyland, for example, is not an inexpensive ordeal. Anyhow, so it all depends. The places where I go, the places where I stay are 3 to 4 star accommodations. They're very nice accommodations. The trip itself is pretty inexpensive. So we stay nice places. We have nice amenities. I have a driver guide that takes us whatever parks we need to go to. But you can also choose to stay in the more luxurious places if that's what you want to do. If you want to fly between park to park, if you want to do all the extra things and stay in a place that's $3,000 a night, it's absolutely available to you. So the cost is going to be pretty relative to what kind of comfort level you want, the duration of your stay, and if there's anything extra that you want to do while you're there. The thing that will possibly cost you a lot of money is the airfare if you're coming from the United States, but it actually doesn't have to be that much either. I have traveled and my husband has traveled on points before, so if you collect points, that's absolutely an option. But I've also paid less than $900 round trip on Delta KLM. So a lot depends on the time of year that you're going to go, what your advance notice is when you're going to go, and then, of course, the duration of your trip. So it doesn't have to be expensive. Bottom line is, it's really going to be as expensive as you want it to be. If you are on a budget, if you don't want to pay a lot of money, you don't have to. And if it's something that you really want to do, I would ask you to look at what you do spend your money on and what you do value and what is truly important for you. Because if a trip such as a safari really is important, then you need to prioritize it in your life. Another thing is, you don't necessarily have to go with a group, a big group. If you and your family, you and your partner or spouse or your children want to go by yourself, it is possible to have a really great private safari for the same cost as going with 10 other people. So you might need to start doing some mindset shifts, because I think we see these luxury accommodations in these travel magazines and we think we can't afford it. But that is just such a small percentage of how many safaris are. If you have specific questions, I really encourage you to contact me, or if you know anyone else, because I think a lot of our assumptions of what a safari looks like is not strict reality, because we see it in these really fine travel magazines, and that's not how it has to be. So find me at revkarencleveland.com, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to go on safari with you. I'd love for you to go on safari and have fun on safari.